Tom Kreager joins us on the Cook Neon Hotline. Tom, are you there?
I'm there. How you doing, Coach Weave?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Stayed dry for the most part. Of course, that's what happens when you stay in the press box. But it was a wet night at Grey Hughes, and Oakland wins. They improved to 6-1 with a 49-6 win over Haywood, and it really wasn't even that close.
Let me ask you this question: Did the stork turn into a duck?
No, he may have, but he was there on the sidelines. He had a personal assistant working the game, holding the umbrella. Some I think it might have been some guy named the Train. So,
well, at least that's pretty awesome that that a college athlete is humble enough to carry an umbrella for a stork. You got to stretch to do that.
Well, yeah, they're good buddies from the old Blackman days. The stork has did a lot for the Train as far as recording, doing a lot of highlights, video stuff, and they've become good friends, and they remain close over the years.
All right, let's talk a little bit about. We were mentioning just a few minutes ago that that battle of 1 and 2 in the Division II schools, the MBA and Brentwood Academy, was a little anticlimactic. It appears that Brentwood Academy is by far the top team, but you got to think Oakland is beginning to put together a run where they're making their name. If you dropped all classes, they've got to be in consideration for one of the better teams, don't they?
Yeah, they're starting to put some pieces together. I think that defense is getting better and better each week. That's the thing that has caught my eye. Brendan Matthews continues to put together quietly a really good season. I mean, he doesn't throw the ball very much, but I think he was 4 or 5 or 5 or 6 passing for about 100 yards. And on a night that they really kept it on the ground, Lazarius Patterson had 4 touchdowns, 3 rushing, one receiving, and that was really the story. And then they completed a nice pass to Cameron Massengill for a deep pass for a score. But you're right, they've won 6 straight since losing to Hoover, and now it's Battle of the Borough week.
It is that I can't remember what number it is, but I know a guy that will have that information a little later on. But it's always one of those fun rivalries, isn't it?
It is, and Oakland's won the last 2, and they've only won 3 in a row one time. That's when they put together 4 in a row back in I think in the 90s, I think. So it's been a while since they've had an opportunity to put together a streak like this. It's been a Riverdale-dominated series, and I think Coach Creasy kind of talked about that. But to the most important streak he wants to be 1-0 against him as a head coach after this week. So be a fun week in the Borough.
Dennis Weaver, Josh Peterson talking to Tom Kreager on the Friday Night Thunder Scoreboard Show.
Middle Tennessee Christian in Cannon County, not final yet, but looks like
just went final.
Did he go final?
Just went final.
No running clock there. I'm just gonna call you out on the fact that you got it wrong.
Well, I got the win right though.
You did.
Yeah,
that's all that matters. Hey, probably the biggest win of the night that you haven't even really talked about a lot is Warren County beating Sequatchie. I mean, a lot of people were thinking Warren County would go 0-10 and be the first team in the state to go 0-11. So I think that deserves a big shout out for the Pioneers. Big win. A lot of people had their doubts on them this year, so that's, I don't know what they'll do the rest of the season, but hey, you got win number 1, and you know that you'll be in the playoffs with at least 1 win.
Well, you must not have been listening, because we did mention that. We said
you mentioned it, but you didn't mention the fact that that's a big.
Hey, I know it's big. It's already on my headlines.
Yeah, we talked. We talked about that. Warren. It was said that Warren County looked like a 3-win team.
Well, they were playing a 3A team, right?
Yeah, that's exactly the case. All right.
Yeah.
You return to region action, and everybody kind of gets back into it. What are the games that you're looking at next week, buddy?
Well, I think the biggest game of the week, of course, Battle of the Borough. That's where I'll be. Smyrna's got Cookville. That's a huge game.
Yep.
And Blackman Siegel. That's a TV game. Blackman Siegel. David Watson goes back to the place where he was first head coach.
Huh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
William Blunt got beat tonight again. That's troubling, isn't it?
William Blunt sure does look like they're going to be going to Oakland in first week of November.
Yeah, that's troubling, and I hate it for Shadowans, but
It's going to take some time to rebuild that thing.
yeah, it really is, and you it's kind of like trying to rebuild in the shadow of the giant when you've got to go up against Maryville for players.
Well, and you got two giants there. There's Maryville, and then there's Alcoa just down the street.
Yeah, I heard that. All right, buddy. We appreciate it as always. Great job, great drop. We'll talk to you soon. Okay.
All right, man.
Be safe.
Bye-bye.